all our lives would be wandering somewhere else. Just because of your mercy, we are able to practice Krishna consciousness. Just with your mercy, we are able to understand the aim of the life. With your mercy, we are able to worship the deities. With your mercy, we are able to understand each and everything in our lives. If you wouldn't appear, we would not sit here. We would be wandering somewhere else like other mundane people. Srila Prabhupada, while I was reading your Lilamruta, one Prabhu asked a question. Srila Prabhupada, you said that in your books, after having many pious lives, one can able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and one can able to come to Krishna consciousness. But in my life, I didn't remember anything, I did any pious activities or any good activities. How I came to in this Krishna consciousness? You replied for that, because I gave the mercy to you. Yes, that is 200% correct. Without your mercy, no one can practice Krishna consciousness. With your mercy only we can practice Krishna consciousness. Before reading your books, I don't know what is the real happiness. I used to wander for happiness each and every place. I felt happiness is in the money, happiness is in the pride, happiness is in the fame. I tried everything, but happiness is not there. Your books gave a ultimate realization, which is the real aim of the life. Without your books and without your guidance, it's highly impossible to practice Krishna consciousness. We are very much indebted to you and your mission and your ISKCON. Give us little bit mercy, show little bit mercy on us so that we can serve you, we can serve your mission, and we can follow your path, and we will get a little bit advance in Krishna consciousness with your mercy. Please bestow your mercy, even though if we are not qualified to take any mercy, we are not qualified to do any pinch of devotional service. Because of your mercy, we are doing this. We are so much indebted to you. Thank you so much, Srila Prabhupada. I feel sometime, by the time I take birth, my grandfather was not there. I always miss my grandfather. But whenever I am reading your books, I feel like my grandfather is sitting next to me and he is guiding the whole life. So we are very much thankful to you, your guidance, your books, your process, your mission, everything is impacting the whole world. We are very much indebted to you, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you.
Anybody else to speak next? Mataji's. Good.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Rampal Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Deshatarine. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet on the auspicious occasion of your appearance. There are innumerable extraordinary achievements that you have reached out of your causeless mercy toward all the poor souls in the world who have turned their back to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, when we think of you today, we immediately think of your movement and of your strong faith in the order of your spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada, you made preaching in the Western countries your life and soul and would always instruct the devotees. Our business is preaching to the Western people and the locals in all countries and to enlighten their consciousness in the path of Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada, please give all of us the ability to carry out this most important instruction of yours so that ISKCON can thrive all over the world. Srila Prabhupada, you emphasized, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed, Bharata bhumile haila manushya janmayara janama sartaka kari para upakara. Whoever is born as a human being must faithfully receive and share Krishna consciousness, thus making their life successful. Srila Prabhupada, we will all eternally be indebted to you for connecting so many wandering souls in the material world to a bona fide disciplic succession going all the way back to Krishna himself, without which any amount of devotional service performed is useless. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 2nd chapter, 31st verse, the demigods speak a verse while offering prayers to Krishna in the womb of Devaki that your divine grace are the personification of. Swayam samuttirya sudustaram dyuman bhavarnavam bhimamadabrha sauhridaha bhavat padambhoruhanavamatrate nidhayayata sadanugraho bhavan. O Lord, who resemble the shining sun, you are always ready to fulfill the desire of your devotee, and therefore you are known as a desire tree. When acharyas completely take shelter under your lotus feet in order to cross the fierce ocean of nescience, they leave behind the method by which they cross. And because you are very merciful to your devotees, you accept this method to help them. Srila Prabhupada, you left us a strong boat to cross over material existence in the form of the strong structured GBC committee in ISKCON and your unadulterated translations of the scriptures. Srila Prabhupada, you left us a legacy of authorized initiating spiritual masters, without whose guidance all of us would have been unable to understand the intentions of the Guru Parampara and your divine grace. Srila Prabhupada, without your books, which are the foundation for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, we wouldn't have been able to celebrate the 50th anniversary of ISKCON. And going forward, it is our duty to have fidelity to the scriptures so that ISKCON can continue for ages going forward. Srila Prabhupada, please give us the ability to remain loyal to your instructions and intentions and to purify our life by receiving and sharing Krishna consciousness to our very best, following in your footsteps. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. I can never express my gratitude to you in words. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyatya Deshatarine. Srila Prabhupada, happy Vyas Puja Day. Whatever I have learned in spiritual life, everything I am indebted to you. Although I am I was brought up in India, but whatever I learned about spirituality is from US through ISKCON. So you have built such a exemplary community which can nurture every one of us, give us guidance, teach us what is spirituality, who is God. You have given so many things and practically everything for a person's spiritual growth. So I was thinking here, I just got the mic and I was thinking what to say. So one thing I will highlight, that to understand Lord's personal nature, you have given us next generation of gurus, Diksha Guru and Shiksha Gurus, who we can connect. That's how we understand the Shastras, and that's how we understand Lord's personal nature. Without that, we wouldn't be understanding who Lord is and how His pastimes are. So it's very important that we have someone to connect, and that's how we understand Lord and spirituality. Hare Krishna.
My humble obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. I haven't prepared anything. This is just coming from the heart. I have always felt, especially since last year, that Srila Prabhupada always makes the impossible possible. Whatever he did at his age just seems impossible. And the same thing, not talking about him, it's like even he makes his disciples, all of us here, whatever we do, if you think about it, when I was not initiated, when I was not doing 16 rounds, just doing 16 rounds seemed like, how can we do this? It's not possible, like with a job, with taking care of your families and everything. But Srila Prabhupada just makes everything possible, but seems so impossible. And I think everybody here, experiences, we were here till late, and then we all went to work, like most of us went to work, and then we are here again, like if you think about it, it's for an ordinary human being, this is not possible, and without Srila Prabhupada's blessings, it would not be possible. I still cannot understand, like how personally I managed to do all this, my rounds and taking care of the family and job and everything, and it's just with Srila Prabhupada's blessings. I just feel he makes the impossible possible. He did it, whatever he did, and whatever he makes each one of us do. Words cannot describe, like I don't know how to praise him. And secondly, I've always felt that when I was in India, I used to worship, but it used to never give me peace of mind, because Monday it was one God, Tuesday it was another, Wednesday it was another, and I was looking for something. So when I came here about 20 years back, I felt like I've come home. My mind doesn't wander. I have achieved what I wanted to achieve. It's such a pleasure. Like, it's not wandering. I like the mission of my life, It's spiritual, like Prabhupada just showed the way. It was not gratifying in India, what we were doing in India. So it's a beautiful feeling. That's all I want to say. And I want to thank Prabhupada for this. And I hope more and more people experience this. Thank you. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Haribol.
Om Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Deshatarne. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So actually, a couple of years back, I was used to go to a different temple, and that's how I landed here, Central New Jersey. And one of my friend, I mean, it's a nice story, but I don't want to take all of your important time. So that's how I got connected. And since then, I realized so many times that this is the right path to nurture our future, because whatever we do into the day-to-day life, some or other things is, it's nonsense at the end of the day if I evaluate. So our sense, my knowledge is not that much pure to understand each and everything perfectly in this material world. And the spiritual master like Srila Prabhupada, who is the real connecting link between the material and spiritual world, and that is possible by his fathomic knowledge of the spiritual as well as the material. And that's how he is able to transform the people like us who doesn't have any qualification and who doesn't follow any religion. Although we belong from the Brahmana family, we lost our value during the course of a time. But I do see you as a spiritual master to re-establish our religion and embody the value of each and every living entity into them. So that's how I realized Guru like Prabhupada is a real spiritual guru who know material as well as spiritual. And the voice is fine. So I feel that the spiritual like Srila Prabhupada, who is really blessing us, even though through the mission of ISKCON and we are always getting blessed, and wherever we need direction, means we can get it from him. But for that, we have to elevate ourselves at his level. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. If he is not being here, or if he would not have gifted us like ISKCON, if he would not established this kind of a Vedic spiritual knowledge, we all will be bewildered and will die like insects and other living creatures. So thank you very much for giving us the right path and helping us to elevate our consciousness and connect and go back to Godhead. Thank you.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. Wish you a very happy Vyas Puja, Srila Prabhupada. I joined ISKCON I think 2008, and it's all because of your mercy, your books, your lectures, your voice, that my life changed. I am much peaceful, much blissful than before. I have a strong desire, and I need your mercy for that. That my desire that I want to finish reading all your scriptures written by you in this lifetime. Please bless me. For you, Um, I mean, I had Bhagavad Gita in my college life. I was told that if I read that, it's a holy book you should be reading. But I started, but I couldn't. I didn't have that interest to read. But you made that Bhagavad Gita as it is so simple. It's so like as it is like so practical that I feel like to read that book every day. I mean, even if I read couple of times, I don't get bored. I just enjoy more and more. It's all because of your amazing, amazing writing. Thank you so much for giving us so many scriptures in your books and your lectures. Thank you so much, Haribol.
नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्रील प्रभुपाद. So I want to talk like spirituality is like a big word to me, and I didn't understand. But Srila Prabhupada established such an institution to give easy steps, and it is all attractive and very easy for the today's life. Just chanting 16 rounds and following the 4 regulative principles and whatever the devotional service we can do. So he put in very simple words and make it easier to follow each and everyone. And today's world, if I go anywhere and if I listen to any spiritual master, I felt like it is very big topic and it is not applicable to me. But so he made clear what is the essence of the life, and he provided all knowledge and the means and instruments to follow the spirituality. And he is like such a devotional and he is such a pure person. So that is the reason he could influence lakhs of people. So actually Western world means like more to the material activities, but now he made it like Western world also to more into the spirituality. So he could touch and transform millions of people in the Western world also. And it is merely impossible to think anyone can do this except Srila Prabhupada. And he created an institution to all people, and it is open to all. Like it is rich, and there is no difference between rich, poor, no color, creed, religions, and he have given such a clear essence of the life every human being should achieve. So I cannot imagine my life without ISKCON. So all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
She wants her bag. Yeah, please.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Vishesa Sunyavadi Paschata Desartarine. Dear Srila Prabhupada, Happy Vyasa Puja. I haven't prepared anything, but just from my heart I want to say, from deep, deep my heart, I would like to say thank you to you, because the nectar you gave to us, what we tasted, the bhakti of Krishna, service to Krishna is like unbelievable. I realize that the more you serve to Krishna, the more nectar is like giving you so much strength and love and so much peaceful life you feel that you're leading. I really want to thank you for that. And since long time, whoever I meet, I just say that give this Krishna consciousness to your kids. That's the best thing you can give to your kids. Nothing else, no property, no money, nothing can save them. This is the best thing you can do to your kids. And I really thank you for all that, what you've given to us. Otherwise, in India, we never realize that what is Krishna Prema, what is all scriptures and lectures, what you gave to us. Coming to US, then we came to know, and we found a very big family. We feel so much connected with each other. We cannot imagine anything like that in back home right now. Even I say that I feel this is my home. When I come to the temple, I feel that this is my family. So I really thank you from my bottom of my heart to Srila Prabhupada. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyate Desta. Happy Vyasa Puja Prabhupada. So it is so wonderful that I am in association with the devotees and with you right now. So today is very auspicious and wonderful day. And when I see Prabhupada, I remember only two things. His smile, very wide mouth and very happy smile, and also his bold words, very straight and bold. So these are two things that always reminds me as soon as I see a Prabhupada face. So it makes me so comfortable and so happy that as soon as I see Prabhupada. And it's because of his mercy that I am here. And when I was in India, I never knew that there is something called Krishna consciousness or the movement. So though I am in India, it was there since long ago, but I never knew about it. And when I came here because of his mercy, then I found this Krishna consciousness because of the mercy of the devotees and because of Prabhupada mercy. And Prabhupada gave very wonderful literatures. And unfortunately, I don't read much about Prabhupada. It's my condition. But otherwise, Prabhupada gave ample number of books. I am so grateful for that. So I wish one day I will definitely read. Not all of them, at least most of them. That's my desire, Prabhupada. And always I remember two statements whenever Prabhupada books read or whenever I take it to at least to my heart. One statement is that every royal road has a danger. So there is nothing safe anywhere except Krishna consciousness. So that I remember, and also I remember that best use of bad bargain. So these two statements, Prabhupada reminds me all the time. Also, I like Prabhupada that whenever Prabhupada lectures, it's exactly around 30 minutes. No more than that or no less than. At least I feel that way. And it's very short, crisp, straight to the points, exactly to the topic. So maybe that's the reason that I like Prabhupada lectures than any lectures. So I am so fortunate that I have even Prabhupada lectures, Prabhupada books, and so many wonderful things, and also great devotees and their mercy. I am very thankful, Prabhupada, for giving all of this. Thank you so much, and again, happy Vyas Puja.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paschatya Deshatarine. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for changing my life. I used to be very materialistic before I came to ISKCON. When I came in touch with my Guru Maharaj, I heard from him firsthand many pastimes of you. In fact, recently my Guru Maharaj also taught me how to make the best South Indian upma. And when I actually made it back at home, my mother told me that this was the best recipe that she ever came across. My Guru Maharaj often speaks about how loving and merciful you were to him. Though you had chastised him several times, he speaks about how your mercy has transformed him. Through him, I get a glimpse of what you had given to this world. Thank you so much for touching my life. Happy Vyas Puja to you. Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyacha Krupa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavinebhya Vaishnavabhya Namo Namo. Today is the auspicious day of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I still feel connected with you through your books, through your videos, through your chanting. Okay. So on this auspicious day, I just seek your blessing that I should continue the path that you have shown to us, and I can follow the rules and regulations that you have teach us. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Namo Vishnupadaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Radhanath Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Srimati Bhakti Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, Srila Prabhupada, my devotion to you is like the mic, which sometimes works and sometimes does not work. I do try, and I get inspired by the so many moons as senior devotees and Matajis and Prabhujis. When I see them, I get inspired, and then I think, what type of person you were, that you came all alone, all the way from India, nobody behind you here, there, or in front of you here, and you were able to convince millions of people. And whenever I think about it, I sometimes think it's just impossible how it is possible at that age and at that time. How, I really admire your conviction and in the holy name, that you were able to go with the mood of surrender. When I think about you, I think what surrender means. So with that mood, you surrendered everything to Krishna. And as Krishna says, ye yathamam prapadyante. So sometimes I feel that was your biggest blessing, and your power. With your surrender to Krishna, you were able to guide the entire world. When I think it is night here, I also think that it is morning in India. And when we are doing the evening Shayan Arti here and the people are doing Mangal Arti there, and somewhere in the world they are doing the Rajbhog Arti, it's all around the world. If you see, people are, thanking you in so many ways. Please bless me and all of us so that we can somehow be able to have a little drop of what you could do. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shlakaya Chakshurunmritamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaham. Om Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namni. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishish Sunivadi Paschyati Deshitarne. My dear Srila Prabhupada, thank you so much for coming into our life and teaching what surrender is, and giving us the highest goal of Raja Prema, which is not given in any of the yugas. So what you've done for us, the goal that you've given us, and the amount of love that you've poured upon us, it's unimaginable. So I can't think of my life without you, Srila Prabhupada. So from the time I've been from the time being introduced to Krishna consciousness, it's been through you, through your Lilamrita, that I got connected with you. I always knew that I had this eternal relationship with you. And thank you so much for all your kind reciprocations, your love, your guidance, which is still there today. My Guru Maharaj always says that being our preeminent Shiksha Guru, you're just there in all our lives, and you're sitting here each time we walk into the temple. It's just it just depends on each of us to open our heart and reveal the difficulties that we are facing in our devotional life to you. And I remember you saying to one of your disciples that once you surrender to me within a fraction of a second, I'm just going to kick all the obstacles which are present in your devotional life, and then it'll be very easy for you to surrender to Krishna and progress in this path. I pray that I can surrender to you with all my heart, sincerely, Srila Prabhupada, so that you can kick all these obstacles which are present on this path, pure devotional service. I pray not only for service, but also the ability to be able to serve you and
We love you a lot, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for all your love, your mercy and your kindness. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I just started my journey into the Krishna consciousness, and I was so materialistic before that. But towards the journey of the Krishna consciousness, I've been changing, and now I got the extended family here, and who is supporting and providing the guidance. Thank you, Prabhupada, for providing us the ISKCON family, and where we can gather and be a good human being and to know more about the Krishna consciousness. Thank you. Hey, Prabhupada.
हरी बोल
ना सेवा करते हो तो बोलो आपको कुछ क्या आप कैसे मंगलाते आ रहे हैं हर दिन
हरी बोल जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद So one thing I wanted to share is that just few months ago I was driving and I was thinking that it would be very nice if I can cook for 10,000 devotees in one festival. And I said, Srila Prabhupada, with your mercy, anything is possible. And we can see that the last weekend, between Sunday and Monday, at least I would say 5,000 to 6,000 devotees, they will serve prasad in this CNJ temple. So, as I said before, that with Prabhupada's mercy, anything is possible. I mean, before joining the ISKCON, I never thought about that, but somehow just a few months before, I was just thinking that. Now coming to the Mangala Arati, is that I said a few times before, the credit goes to two families, Dattatreya Prabhu's family and Madhupati Prabhu. But again, if Srila Prabhupada haven't established the ISKCON, probably we will not be able to do that too. So of course, ultimately credit goes to the Srila Prabhupada, that he, in these Western countries, he established all the temples and all the different artis and whatever the rules and regulations, that we can follow it. And best thing is to come and join the Mangala Arati. I will invite you everybody. Hari Bo. Hare Krishna.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते लोकनाथ स्वामिने नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारणे Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. As Madhuri Prabhuji mentioned in the morning that write something for Srila Prabhupada. Just try to put something together so that it's easy. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to you and to the entire Guru Parambara. I am not sure how to find the proper words to glorify you, but at the same time I trust that you will show compassion towards me and accept my humble efforts to do so. Therefore I pray that you please accept my humble offering, describing a drop of your glorious qualities. Srila Prabhupada, once some of your disciples asked you to describe your spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, and you answered, "What can I say about him? He was a Vaikunta man." The same description applies to you, Srila Prabhupada. By establishing ISKCON and carefully developing it, you spread the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu across the globe. In this way, you not only followed your spiritual master's order, but also fulfilled famous prediction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prithvi Acheyata Nagaradi Gram Sarvatra Pachara Haribe Morana. In every town and village across the globe, my holy name shall be heard. Srila Prabhupada, you are even more merciful than God himself. Lord Chaitanya preached throughout the India, but you spread Krishna consciousness around the world. I offer my humble obeisances hundreds of times at your divine lotus feet. You also fulfilled the prophecy and prayers of Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur expressed in 1885 in his periodical called Sajjana Toshani. Very soon, the unparalleled path of Harinam Sankirtana will be propagated all over the world. Oh, for that day when the fortunate English, French, Russian, German, and American people will take up banners, mrudangas, and kartalas and raise kirtana through the streets and towns. When will that day come? Finally, we have descriptions by Lojana Das Thakura in his Sri Chaitanya Mangala of how Narada Muni, while visiting the spiritual world, came upon Lord Gauranga. The Lord told him of his mission to destroy the sinful activities of the age of Kali. With the powerful chopper of Nama Sankirtana, he said, "I will cut hard knots of demoniac desires from the hearts of everyone. Even if the sinners reject religion or flee to foreign countries, still they will get my mercy. I will send Mora Senapati Bhakta to go there and deliver them." Mora Senapati Bhakta refers to that devotee who will lead Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtana army, or in other words, that devotee whom Lord Chaitanya would empower to spread Krishna consciousness around the world. That commander of the Sankirtana army is you, Srila Prabhupada. In commemoration of the passing of Srila Haridas Thakura, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote this famous verse. He reasons ill who says that Vaishnavas die when thou art living still in sound. The Vaishnavas died to live, and living tried to spread the holy life around. In this regard, I saw you, Srila Prabhupada, in a dream few months back, that you were preaching still. You were traveling around the globe tiringly, and all over the world you are spreading this mission, and wherever you get a time, you go around. And this was, I was seeing the dream. And you came to New Jersey, and I saw that you came to a big gathering. There was 2-day festival. It was happening in a school, in a big school. You appeared there, and you started to preach, and you took one day, the first day, there was a lecture, and very tiringly you came back your room. So I eagerly came back to you. I came in front of you. And I asked you, Srila Prabhupada, that how are you feeling? How are you? You look so tired. Yes, it seems, yes. Srila Prabhupada said, yes, I am tired. I need to have something. so by the mercy that we prepared something and to offer you, Srila Prabhupada, and we were very carefully serving you, very, very closely serving your lotus feet and taking care of all the needs. That 2 days you are there, and the next day after the program you left there. And this was very clear that I saw this dream. I'm sure that, and as is mentioned, that you're still there, you're always there to preach the holy names of Krishna and preaching throughout the world. Also, in the Srila Prabhupada, your name is eternal when it says Srila Prabhupada. S stands for soul dedicated to Srimati Radharani. R stands for rare pure devotee of Lord Krishna. I stands for inspiring everyone to love God. L stands for love to preach pure bhakti. A stands for ambassador of Goloka on earth. P stands for peaceful personality. R stands for risk your life to save others. A stands for appreciated by the all devotees. B stands for born to spread the holy names. H stands for Harikada is your pastime. U stands for unconditional lover of Krishna. P stands for preacher above all. A stands for admirable son of Gaura Mohan Das. D stands for disciple dedicated to your Guru. A Acharya and stands for Acharya and founder of ISKCON. This is some of few qualities Srila Prabhupada of yours, and as mentioned, Srila Prabhupada is even name is eternal, that all qualities are there in the name itself. So just by taking this name Srila Prabhupada itself, that one can at least have some of the glimpses of that qualities can in their life. And also it's mentioned that in the Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 13th verse, Mahatma namstu mam bharta devim prakriti masrita bhajanti ananya manusa jiva buddham avyayam. As is stated in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna states, O son of Partha, those who are not deluded, the great souls are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. From our position as neutral observers, we are able to see how the unfortunate people of this world are constantly harassed by the age of Kali, victimized by the highway robbers of lust, greed, anger, pride, illusion and envy. They are completely unaware of their real identity as spirit soul. Death is lurking nearby, but they can hardly see it. You see, as they are trying to pursue their futile hopes of lording it over the world, this world, day by day, year by year, the situations of this world is going from bad to worse, but the people are blissfully unaware of their predicament because they are cheated by their so-called leaders into believing that their lives are getting better with the technological advancement and new political ideologies. This makes our task of preaching Krishna consciousness more and more difficult. That we can see that when we go to preaching and the book distribution. Now, when we go 5 years back, 10 years back, it was quite easy to talk to a people and convince the people and give a book. But it's becoming so difficult every year and year. And it's only by your mercy that Srila Prabhupada, please show us a path, give us the strength and potency that we can distribute books and preach to others that they will accept this. However, there is hope in your movement simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, associating with the devotees and taking shelter of Krishna consciousness movement. The people of this age can be protected from the onslaughts of Kali and can reach the supreme destination of going back to Godhead. Anyone with even a little sincerity can appreciate the positive alternative to a life of ignorance. By your wonderful arrangement, this opportunity is available in every nook and corner of this world, from America to Africa, from Netherlands to Nigeria, and from India to Italy. As Lord Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavatam, Na deham adhyastu lavastu durlabha, pralavam sukalpa guru karnadharam, mayanukulena nabasareta, puman bhakti bhaddata tarit sa atmaha. Hear how you explain this verse in your purport to Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 23rd chapter, 28th verse. When one wants to cross a large ocean, he requires a strong boat. It is said that this human form of life is good, boat by whom one can cross the ocean of nescience. In the human form of life, one can obtain the guidance of a good navigator, the spiritual master. One also gets a favorable wind by the mercy of Krishna. And that wind is the instrument of Krishna. The human body is the boat. The instructions of Lord Krishna are the favorable winds, and the spiritual master is the navigator. The spiritual master knows well how to adjust the sails to catch the winds favorably and steer the boats to its destination. If, however, one does not take advantage of this opportunity, one wastes the human form of life. Wasting time and life in this way is the same as committing suicide. You are the captain of that ship that can cross the dangerous ocean of Kali. ISKCON is the oasis in the desert of this Kali Yuga, and you are the commander of the Lord Chaitanya's army, Senapati, that will defeat the dacoitry of Kali Yuga. You had encouraged to challenge the established scientific community and expose their lie that man evolved from the ape. You aptly describe modern educational institutions as spiritual slaughterhouses and predicted the collapse of modern civilization. You have trained us to hear only from the bona fide authority, accepts only Shabda Pramana and never speculate. You have also established the 4 regulative principles as the pillars of spiritual life and devotional service to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as the highest path of spiritual life. Thus you have saved us from several possible deviations from the eternal truth. Shri Radha Shyam Sundar Ji ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maya ki jai, Shri Gaura Nitai ki jai. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for coming into our lives. We were lost in material forest even though we had the form of humans. We were living like animals. Out of your compassion you came to awaken us from the deep dark ignorance of animalistic life, of simply eating, sleeping, mating and defending. You taught us that the real purpose of our human form of life to re-establish our lost loving relationship with Krishna. We are there yet, but we know that if by your grace we are able to carefully follow your guidance, in due course we will become fully awakened from our illusion of I, me and mine, and by your inconceivable kindness attain the goal of human form of life by awakening to our love of Krishna within our hearts. It will not be difficult if we always remain under the shelter of your most soothing, cooling lotus feet. Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please stay in our hearts eternally, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. Happy Vaishya Puja to Srila Prabhupada. So before I talk about Srila Prabhupada, I just want to talk a few words before I join ISKCON movement and my current life. So I was into so much materialistic life before I come in contact with pure devotees of Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. So it's been 5 years I am with ISKCON movement. So in 2013, I got married. So in the month of February, and I moved to New Jersey in the month of August. The time I moved, I think Srila Prabhupada has a plan. So the moment I moved here, I started connecting with Simeshwara Das Prabhuji's Bhakti Vriksha, where I learned, I'm still learn so much about Srila Prabhupada. Because I have very limited knowledge about Srila Prabhupada before 2013. So last 3 years, 2013, 14, 15. So with my BV leaders, with the given knowledge, I was so much into book distribution and doing good services to Srila Prabhupada. So I would like to share one experience in regards to that, where I have actually felt Srila Prabhupada. So one day we were supposed to go to book distribution on one fine Sunday. So for some reason there were 3-4 devotees who were planning to accompany me, but for some reason all other devotees, they dropped off because of other commitments, last minute commitments. So I had to go alone myself. So this incident I have shared with Shimeshwar Das Prabhuji also in past, so I would like to share with everyone. So I was setting up the book distribution table and all that. So we had a banner where we have nice Srila Prabhupada's picture. That was the first time I really felt Srila Prabhupada. So while I was connecting that banner to the wall, I was so tired taking books and setting up. So I feel like when I was tying that banner onto the wall, I felt like Srila Prabhupada, don't worry, I am here. He was the kind of picture what we have. It was a very nice picture. And I felt like that was the first time I felt like Prabhupada was talking to me. You do the book distribution, everything else will be all right. So that is one incident where I felt much about Srila Prabhupada, and that day onwards, so the devotion towards him, it's increased. And recently, a couple of days ago also, I had another situation where I had to go to Gita Nagari to pick up milk. So since the milk was not ready at Gita Nagari, so we came here almost in the midnight, 12:30. So here I know due to these celebrations, everybody was busy, tired. But here, except one devotee, I couldn't find anyone. I was actually standing outside and thinking Prabhupada. I haven't seen anyone actually. Then near Sri Radha Madan Mohan's altar, I was just praying Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada, now I am here. So there is a lot of milk is there inside. I have to unload it and arrange it in different parts of the place. So for some reason, something came to my mind, okay, let's walk inside the temple and take blessings of Srila Prabhupada. Then I came inside and I was just praying Srila Prabhupada. I paid my obeisances, and then I was literally talking to him. Then the moment I see Sevanishta Prabhu. He was just arranging all this altar decoration and all. He was setting it up around 1:30 in the night. So I felt like I was so happy seeing Sevanishta Prabhu and taking help from him. So was able to arrange everything back. So that's the another. So in day-to-day life, the bottom line in day-to-day life, the knowledge what he has given and the simple steps, these are not complicated steps, the 4 regulative principles and some reading, whatever Srila Prabhupada has given, it has great impact in our lives. So from the BV leaders, there's so much we learned. And apart from that, whoever we associated within the temple, I know we are not fortunate enough to get in touch with everyone, but at least whoever we interacted so far, a tremendous impact in our lives. And the disciple course, that is the one where His Grace Devaki Nandan Prabhu, he has wonderfully presented and he explained more in detail about Srila Prabhupada. Of course, this disciple course, it brought so many changes in our lives, and every day in one or the other instance, so we definitely talk about Devaki Nandan Prabhu and the knowledge what he has given us. So He's such a pure devotee of the Lord. He has explained so much about Srila Prabhupada. Being neophytes, so we get to know more about Srila Prabhupada, and we started reading books. And it is so fortunate that we are in this country and coming closer to Srila Prabhupada. I'm sure in places like India, it may be possible, but it's quite difficult. Here, the things are very accessible, and we have such great leaders here, good devotees, with all their help and support. So we are doing things, whatever we are doing today. So I really want to thank Srila Prabhupada for giving this knowledge and literature and the books and more about chanting, the 16 rounds. So all about it. So thank you so much, Srila Prabhupada. Thanks for giving this simple process. Wherever we go across the world, the process is same. So we don't have to worry about, okay, this temple, what is going on, that temple, what is going on at this time, because he has given such a nice process, simple process, where wherever we go, we know what is happening at that point of time. So thank you very much. And I also want to thank my BV leaders and Devaki Nandan Prabhu, other leaders, for enlightening us and giving knowledge about Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON. Thank you very much. Hari Bol. Prabhupada ki jai.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Desharine. Hare Krishna. So, I'll just take 2 minutes to talk about His Divine Grace Prabhupada. Today morning, I woke up for Bhagavatam class at 5:45, and my teammates could not join because they stayed late here. Then I thought, okay, let me meditate upon His Divine Grace of Parents' Day. I was thinking, like we are going through second canto, 5th chapter, explains the cause of all causes. And first canto, second chapter, there is one shloka, invocation prayer, Vasudeva Paraveda, that shloka. And last it says, Vasudeva Paragatihi. Then, the same shloka, when Lord Brahma, Lord Narada Muni thinks Lord Brahma is the ultimate reality. Then Narada Muni is asking Lord Brahmaji, I thought you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then Brahmaji gives a clear instruction, no, you are mistaken, Naradji. Not me, the highest Supreme Goal. I am the secondary creator. Krishna is the Supreme. Then same shloka repeats there, saying that Narayana Paraveda, Narayana Paragati. So, Prabhupada writes commentary that very clearly that Krishna is the Supreme. And in physics, the subject called fractals. Fractals means you read whole Bhagavatam, you get the same message. You read whole Bhagavad Gita, you get the same message. You read one shloka from Bhagavad Gita, you get the same message. You read one line from Bhagavad Gita, you get the same message. Prabhupada was very clearly has written all the purports, all the shlokas, all the lines, very clearly that Krishna is the Supreme and we are the servitors. And when we meditate upon that one, Krishna says that, Prabhupada says that very clearly, gives instructions that what, as a human being, what we have to, supposed to do. And especially when we teach to newcomers on Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, it's very, very clear message for them. It's called the devotional ecstasies of Srila Prabhupada. Each shloka, each one, gives a clear-cut message. There's no confusion. There is no bewilderment. Very clearly, what is the purpose of human form of life, what we are supposed to do, what we have to do. And Prabhupada, in the first kind of second chapter, is Vasudeva Bhagavati, Bhakti Yoga, prayojita janayatesu vairagyam jnanam cha ahetvakim. The moment we take up Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada says, jnana and vairagya automatically comes because we connect everything in relation to Krishna. That is the purpose. Because my Guru Maharaj says that bhakti means dedication, not renunciation. Especially families, they think if I come to Krishna consciousness, I have to give up my family, I have to give up my kids, my job. No, bhakti is a dedication. So Prabhupada, I was thinking if Prabhupada was not coming, if we are leading American life, where would have all been? We are just living like cats and dogs. So his divine grace, he took the pain at the age of 69. We are even 50s and we are not able to do few things. At the age of 69, he took so much pain to come to America and the ship to deliver the conditioned souls. So on his appearance day, I don't know, I don't have words to express how he saved our lives. I don't know where we have gone, Chaitanya Charanam says, Brahmanda rumite kone bhagyavan jiva, Kuru Krishna prasada bhaya bhaktilata beach. So we would have wondering life after life, one planet, other planet, but without purpose. But Prabhupada made us realize who we are and what is our eternal relationship with Lord Sri Krishna. Prabhupada on appearance day, we are so, there is no words to express what you have given to us. And it's really mind-boggling to think about your actions at the age of 69, writing so much literature, there is no confusion at all. Very clear message, what we are supposed to do, what we are not supposed to do. So on this day, I pray, please give us knowledge and renunciation where we can serve in your lotus feet. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Surabhi Sundarachalde, you want to speak? Or any other youth, kids? Rajaraja Mataji, you want to speak? Surabhi is ready.
Hare Krishna. Happy birthday, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for giving us such a beautiful family and so many people that I can connect with and call my family. I'm an only child, but I have so many sisters and brothers. I don't think I would need another sister or brother. Thank you so much for everything you've given me. For my Guru Maharaj, for my parents being in Krishna consciousness. I really, really like the life that I'm living, and what would I be doing without you? My lifestyle is totally centered around Krishna, and that makes my life so full, and it's only because of you. My mom and dad wouldn't have known Krishna if they had stayed in India. They came to America for opportunity, for Maya, for material nature. But instead they found you, and that's so incredible. How would they come to the city of all cities, the center of all Maya, and find you? Thank you for coming. Prabhuji was saying at the age of 69 you came. And you traveled the world and you showed everyone, you reinstated Krishna in everyone's heart. You told us that Krishna wasn't this magical, mystical person that we had to talk to with reverie or awe and reverence. Instead, you made him our family man. You made him someone we could have a romantic relationship with, someone we could have a parental relationship with. You brought us closer to God in a way that I feel no other religion can do. Thank you so much. You are my Param Guru, as I'd learned from the ISKCON disciple course, but you are more than that to me. You really brought so much love into my life. Thank you so much. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne. Happy Appearance Day, Srila Prabhupada. On this auspicious day, I'm feeling so grateful to you. Like without our knowledge, without my knowledge, I somehow fell into this material life. And I am so conditioned, I was suffering soul, but with devotees' mercy, I came and connected to your mission. That is also without my knowledge. I didn't even know, like 12, 13 years back, who is Srila Prabhupada and what is your mission and things like that. So without my knowledge, I came and I connected to your mission. So my responsibility is yours, Srila Prabhupada. Please take care of us. Hare Krishna.
Any other kids want to speak? Be ready. Okay.
Hare Krishna. I am pretty new to ISKCON, so I would try to describe what I have learned and from the Prabhupada's mercy and what I have used in the knowledge in the society when I meet people. Somehow, due to my interest in religion, I meet all sects of Bhakti movement, whether it's Arya Samaj or the regular Gayatri or this or that. So I meet a lot of them. So I always had that question about why there is this idol worship. So, and I took a lot of it from my argumentative, scientific temperament friends all the time that this is all, this doesn't make any sense. And I tried best to explain them, but I was never able to convince them. So when I came in touch with the ISKCON Prabhupada's knowledge, the first thing I looked for what he has to say between the idol and the deity. And I read it through like the whole night pretty much. Everything he has to say, first I have to convince myself how it makes a difference. And then by the time I got up, I was very convinced and clear, okay, this is why we need to do this. And recently, one of my Arya Samaj friends, when he came, so I was able to explain him, and he was very happy. Okay. So that way, it helped me to understand my religion more and to convince others what exactly it means to be religious and what Krishna is, why he is the center of everything. And the second thing which I learned was as the passage of time, the rituals of our religion are slowly fading away, especially in the educated youth and the educated, the common middle class people. So Prabhupada really reinforced the meaning behind, the power behind, and the bhava behind all the rituals. So I really want to thank him on his appearance day for giving me this understanding and knowledge. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
So again we are fortunate to have Maharaj back. Maharaj was not feeling that well. Despite that, to bestow His causeless mercy on us, He came here. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Few people left.
Let them speak. Let me listen. And then I'll speak here.
श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुब्रमण्यम श्री सुदर्शन जी की जय, श्री गौर निताई की जय, पंचतत्व प्रभुपाद।
Oh, no, I said what I had to say.
Please, carry on. You have something more to say?
Oh, sure. Yes, sure. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Yeah, a couple of things more since Prabhuji is saying, which I learned from outside is, one day we were walking like 3 months ago in the morning with my wife, and my wife saw like few people walking with religious clothes and, doing a Satyanarayan Katha at somebody's house. So she said, what is the difference? They are religious too. We go to ISKCON, they are religious too. How does it, and we follow the same religion, how is it different? Well, by this time I have read quite enough of Srila Prabhupada. I said, well, true. He's going for a ritual, but the ritual is not affecting him or the family. But the ISKCON's life is centered around the Lord. It's not just you do something and then you do something completely different after that particular ritual is finished. And when the Lord is at the center of life, then the ritual becomes more alive. Ritual makes sense. So that's second thing, another thing which I learned, and I said, and she got the point that this is what the difference is. One last thing which I saw is, as I was saying, when Arya Samaj person, and he's a sannyasi of Arya Samaj. He stayed in my house because he was my family friend. And as he saw my pictures in my house of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, and he was like, no, that's not right. And we have a very long, good debate about it. I said, I'm not here to convince you to change you, but you have a point, but there's an equally opposite logical point. You have got the initiation in Arya Samaj, so which is, you have to say what you learn. But then he says, which means you're saying that Lord Maharshi Dayanand was wrong? I said, I never said that. Then what are you saying? I said, I'm just saying that he's my forefather. We are his children. So I'm standing on his shoulders to see, I can see further than him. It's not that I'm making him see wrong. I'm just saying I'm standing on his shoulders so that I can see further than him. He may be right in his time, but it doesn't make sense to me today because I can see it further than him. So that way we had a very good conversation, and I was able to stay that long only because of Srila Prabhupada's knowledge and understanding. So, and what has happened is I see this lot that in most of the educated middle class Hindu families, we have pretty much like disassociated. They have like in the house you have 3 rooms. One room is Lord's room. You do Lord thing in the Lord's room. In the room you come out of the room, the Lord is done. So that's a completely compartmentalized life. So, and that's where the ISKCON makes a difference that no, the Lord is not in one room. Lord is the room. Lord is the house. And when you come to that understanding every day, then you see the change. Then you see the difference. Because I was always astounded that people do so many rituals, they do so many things, but nothing happens. How can they keep on doing the same thing once they come out of that puja room? This is exactly opposite. All day. And then now I understand why it is like that. So Prabhupada made the rituals more fruitful with full of bhava, which really affects your life. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
You are able to do service because of Prabhupada, right? So you should say something.
So Prabhu has put me in a spot, so I was not prepared, but I'll speak a few words. Om Jai Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pisthaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswati Garani Pracharin Nivsa Shwande Pashista Jai Krishna Chaitanya Bandhi Hashikar Bhakti. So happy appearance day, Prabhupada. I think most of the things have been said. I'll just say, I just say a few things. Totally concur with what Prabhuji has said a minute ago. And I discuss with my wife all the time that, in traditional Hindu families, people, this is worshipping Lord is just a ritual, and once you do that, then you do the opposite thing. But it's here that the ISKCON, once you are associated with ISKCON, it kind of changes your lifestyle altogether. Krishna is in the center of everything, and then your life revolves around that. Personally, I have had a lot of ups and downs in my life. So at some point, I remember I was going through a very bad phase. So Krishna and Prabhupada came and, lifted me up and, and gave me a lot of opportunities. And because of that, I feel, when you go to Orlando, there is a show for a Spider-Man wherein you are falling through a roof, and then a Spider-Man comes and lifts you up and saves you. I felt a similar experience. I was going through an extremely, extremely bad phase in my life. And Krishna and Prabhupada came and, lifted me. So I feel so obligated to do that. Other thing is, I think somebody else has mentioned that. Our Father has given birth, but Prabhupada has taught us the most confidential knowledge that you are soul, and taking birth is not good enough. And what's the purpose of who you are? What's the purpose of human life? And our endeavor should be to exit this cycle of birth and death. This is the occasions when people give gifts, exchange gifts. What can be a more valuable gift than this knowledge, right? This is the whole purpose of human life. And this is, of the 7 billion people on earth, how many, I'm just wondering how many people have this knowledge and how many people have this means to, have a means to, implement this knowledge. ISKCON provides such a platform wherein, we can come in, and it provides all the means through by which we can practice and take next step towards exiting this cycle of birth and death. So, I think this is the biggest gift for all the human life and for all the humans. And so we are really, really thankful to Prabhupada for giving such a wonderful, precious, valuable gift. This is all there in the scriptures. It has been encoded there, accessible to only a few, but now because of mercy of Prabhupada, it's accessible to, fallen souls like me. So really, really want to thank Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hari Bol. Jai Prabhupada ki jai. If you think about the Prabhupada's life, if you talk about Gita also, in one slok we can remember there, that is the Janma Karma Tame Dibbam. Evam yobe titattata tatta dehi punarjanma neti mameti sarjuna. Actually, Bhagavan Krishna told that his janma and karma is transcendental, not like material. So like Prabhupada's life is like transcendental. If you see the whole life of the Prabhupada, everything is transcendental, not material, actually. And Prabhupada established the ISKCON. he not only established the ISKCON, he created a complete package. You can see that. Create a whole society actually. And we can imagine that type of thinking, that type of force, that type of conviction, we cannot get any other society also. There is some, and in this society, in ISKCON, there is a main thing is love each other. And Prabhupada taught us how to live, how to die. I think I can tell you that two lines I can tell. In this dark world, তুমি তো এই অন্ধকারে তুমি তো দিয়েছো আলো, বাড়িয়ে দিয়েছো হাত, দেখিয়ে দিয়েছো পথ। তুমি তো দিয়েছো আলোর ঠিকানা, দিয়েছো আলো ভালোবাসা, দিয়েছো আমাদের আশা। Yes. Yes. But in this Andhakar world, means dark world, you cannot understand that this is a dark world. We cannot understand. You can see that everything is going fine, but we are going towards in the death. Everywhere is the problem, actually. So in this dark world, you gave us the light, gave us the hope, and you can show the path, how to live, how to die. So Prabhupada gave that thing in his book. In his book is, I think, the transcendental books is the most valuable things in this universe, in this world, not only the world, in this universe. Thank you, everyone. Hi, Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Desha Tarine. I mean, there's just, like, there are no words enough to glorify Srila Prabhupada. We cannot just glorify him. How much ever we try, we're always going to fall short of glorifying Srila Prabhupada. All we can do is, like, be thankful to Srila Prabhupada. I mean, Prabhupada has given us such a wonderful family where, we can be together and we can together, we can together move towards Sri Krishna. Srila Prabhupada has promised us, like, you stay in the boat of ISKCON, and somehow or other, he'll take us to Lord Krishna. We might not be 100%, following what he said. We might be wanting in many ways, but Srila Prabhupada is there, Patita Pavana, ignoring all our faults, and somehow giving us this opportunity. Like, like Neha Vikrama Nashosti Patravayo na Vidyate Swalpam Apyasya Dharmasya Trayato Mahato Bhayat. Whatever little we do is kind of added up, and Srila Prabhupada recognizes that. And he's given us this assurance that he will take us to Krishna. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for giving us this wonderful family. Thank you for giving me the service. Thank you for whatever you've given me. There's no words I can, express myself. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chukshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatta Dishatarine. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada's Vas Puja celebration ki jai. Srila Prabhupada's Appearance Day celebration. Ki jai. We had a long session this afternoon. How many of you didn't come for this afternoon session? You don't know what you missed. The whole place was filled with prasadam offered to Srila Prabhupada. Next time, don't miss it. I know many of you are working, so take a leave on that day. Or bunk your office. Hare Krishna. I also spoke quite a lot this morning, and so I won't take very long. I'll just try to make a few points that I consider to be quite significant in an occasion like that. When I remember Srila Prabhupada, when I consider that Srila Prabhupada is here, I feel that Prabhupada will be very pleased to see that so many of you have come forward to join the movement. Srila Prabhupada sometimes used to lament that everyone is coming, but the Indians are not coming. So Prabhupada will naturally be very pleased to see that so many of you have come, being invited by his call, responding to his invitation to come and take to Krishna consciousness. I can tell you with full confidence that Prabhupada will be very, very pleased. But at the same time, Prabhupada will also question, we are in America, but where are the Americans? There was a time there was all Americans and no Indians. And now it has become all Indians and no Americans. So we should remember that it's an international society for Krishna consciousness. This movement is meant to spread all over the world, must include everybody. The involvement of you all had been very, 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 very significant, very remarkable, very beneficial for ISKCON. Because ISKCON at some point went through a phase, ISKCON after Prabhupada's disappearance had faced a major, major crisis. And at that time, you all came, the Indians, the Indians abroad, Indians in America, England, Europe, came forward and gave the support to this movement. That actually saved the movement. Had you not have come, because soon after Srila Prabhupada's disappearance, for various reasons, many devotees left the movement. So it created a void, and your coming has filled up that void. And the thing is that what Prabhupada gave is relevant to everyone. It's not something that just belongs to the Indians or meant for the Indians or Americans or Hindus or Christians or Jews or so forth. It's meant for everyone. Prabhupada gave us the message that takes us beyond this bodily platform. All these designations based on nationality, religion, society and culture are simply based on this body. But Prabhupada's message is not pertaining to the body. Srila Prabhupada's message is pertaining to the soul. Prabhupada is reminding us that we all are spirit souls and we all are parts and parcels of Krishna. So, this message, therefore, is meant to spread all over the world. This message is meant to enlighten everyone. Prabhupada gave us the message of the spiritual reality. Actually, religion, if you consider what religion actually is, what the purpose of religion is. Have you ever considered what religion actually is? What religion is supposed to signify? Religion actually is the means to understand the spiritual reality. Therefore, religion is a science. And that was Prabhupada's message. It's scientific. What we are presenting is scientific. Prabhupada was very emphatic about that we are not pursuing certain faith. Today, all the religions have become some faith. I'm a Hindu because that's my faith. I'm a Muslim because that's my faith. I'm a Christian and so forth. But that is not what religion is supposed to convey. Religion, all religions are actually giving us information to a greater or lesser extent about the soul, and ultimately it's taking us to the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And it starts with, beyond this material nature, there is another reality. Is it difficult to understand? No. Just look at the room, this room. There are so many objects that are inert. Matter is inert. This microphone is inert, this mridanga is inert, this floor is inert, the ceiling is inert. But you and I, we all are conscious, we are living. Although our bodies are made of matter and matter is supposed to be inert, matter means dead matter, but how come this body made of dead matter is alive? Presence of the soul. It's a simple common sense. And we say that also, he is gone. When somebody dies, we say he is gone. The body is lying there, then why you are saying he is gone? That is the person, the individual that made this body alive, he is gone. Who made this body alive, who made this dead body alive, he is gone. So who is he? In every culture, that understanding is there. In every language, this expression is there. He left, he passed away. So, who is that he? And that is what we are, what Srila Prabhupada made us understand. That is the information that Srila Prabhupada gave. We all are spirit souls, and we are not a product of this world. Life doesn't evolve from matter. Life did not evolve out of some chemical combination. Life comes from life. That is Srila Prabhupada's simple teaching. Life comes from life. And that makes this body alive, the spirit soul, comes from another world, the spiritual world. So let's get information about that spiritual reality. The problem is that the spiritual world is beyond our sense perception. We cannot see the spiritual reality with our senses. Our senses can perceive only matter. That also it cannot. The senses can perceive only solid substance, earth, liquid, fire, and to some extent air. But beyond that is ether. Beyond that is mind. Beyond that is intelligence. Beyond that is false ego. Even though they are matter, the senses cannot perceive that. But with our intelligence, we can perceive that. That yes, mind is there, intelligence is there, and then when we get proper information, we also recognize that the false ego is there. False ego is a substance that makes us feel that this body is me. That's false ego, wrong identification, false identification. So this is the information that Srila Prabhupada gave, and Srila Prabhupada wanted us to distribute this knowledge to everyone. That was Prabhupada's That was Prabhupada's instruction, and that's Prabhupada's command. And Srila Prabhupada was simply repeating Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Whoever you see, give him this knowledge. That Krishna himself gave in Bhagavad Gita. The knowledge that is presented in a most wonderful way in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, and we are seeing the result is there. This movement is actually meant for the intelligent class of people. This movement is not meant for fools and idiots. This movement is meant for intelligent class of people. This movement will appeal to the mind, appeal to the intelligence and intellect of thoughtful people. But we have to carry the message to them. That's the responsibility we have. That's why you have to preach. So, Prabhupada will be very pleased that all of you have come. And this morning I concluded my presentation with some simple understanding that the process that Srila Prabhupada gave is so simple, but the accomplishment out of that process is of the highest spiritual elevation. The simplest way to achieve the highest result. The simple process is just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Either in japa or in kirtan or in sankirtan. Just chant or sing. But follow the four regulative principles, because dharma is standing on those four legs. Sattam, Saucham, Tapo, Daya. Truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, and austerity. Dharma is standing on these four legs. And when these four legs break, then four sinful activities develop. Meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex, and gambling. So anyone who wants to pursue the path of dharma, path of spiritual progress, must stand on these four legs, four pillars of, must see that these four pillars of dharma are intact. Truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, and austerity. Following these four regulative principles is austerity. We don't have to perform austerity in some artificial way, like going to the Himalayas and performing so many austerities. No. Simple austerity is just follow these four regulative principles. And a gentleman, an honest man, a good man must follow these four regulative principles. And Srila Prabhupada also gave us a very simple instruction. These three instructions I consider to be most important for our spiritual progress. No matter whatever happens, don't leave ISKCON. No matter whatever happens, don't leave ISKCON. Because there is no spiritual life outside of ISKCON. If you consider that there is some, go give it a try and come back after 6 months and tell me. Where will you get this association? Where will you get this support? Where will you get this wonderful atmosphere to cultivate your spiritual life? I can tell you, nowhere. Individuals have left the movement, gone to other places, and they have seen that. They may have taken shelter of other gurus and other things, rejecting ISKCON, but they come back to ISKCON for spiritual activities. So, no matter whatever happens, don't leave ISKCON. If you want to secure your spiritual life, just remain in ISKCON. Second instruction, your love for me will be shown by how you cooperate with each other. Your love for me will be shown. Who will ever say that he doesn't love Srila Prabhupada? Everyone in ISKCON at least will admit that yes, he loves Srila Prabhupada. But Prabhupada's condition is, if you love me, then cooperate. Because the cooperation is very, very important in this age. Kali spreads his influence by creating dissension. Now, how do you counteract this attack of Kali? By being together. Being together with a common purpose, common objective. So with our common objective is to establish this movement and protect this movement and spread this movement all over the world. So let us collectively, unitedly try to serve that purpose in order to show our love for Srila Prabhupada. Whenever there is a possibility of dissension, just remind yourself, Kali is attacking. Dissension is the attack of Kali. Quarrel is caused by Kali. The word Kali means quarrel. Kalishcha kalaha priya. Kali means kalaha. Kali means quarrel. So don't fight. Whenever there is a possibility of fragmentation, conflict, and dissension, just try to overcome that possibility. Because the more we become united, stronger will be the effect of our purpose, effect of our involvement. And the GBC, the third one, the GBC is the ultimate managing authority of ISKCON. You know, this, most rarely many of you don't really recognize the importance of this GBC concept. Like, just to give you an idea how important it is. Before Srila Prabhupada left, Prabhupada very emphatically told us, don't make the same mistake that my godbrothers made after Guru Maharaj's disappearance. He wanted to manage the institution collectively through the GBC, but they did not follow that instruction. And the result is, where is Gauriya Math today? During Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time, Gauriya Math was a vibrant spiritual organization that spread all over India, establishing 64 temples. And his mission was actually now to go to the West. But unfortunately, after his disappearance, they started to fight among themselves. And the result is, the institution fell apart. Now, Srila Prabhupada revived Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's institution. I will say Gauriya Math is today's ISKCON. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Gauriya Math is today's ISKCON. Because the spirit of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is alive in ISKCON. What he wanted is happening through ISKCON. And why ISKCON is still together? We have faced many difficulties. You know, probably you don't know the history so well. I'll just give you some understanding. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave sannyas to 27 devotees. Not a single one fell down. All of them are carrying on in their spiritual life. Preaching, making devotees, having temples, but preaching stopped. That massive preaching that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established, That stopped. Whereas in ISKCON, many sannyasis, many gurus, many leaders have fallen down. But the institution is still together, or rather, Krishna consciousness movement is spreading. ISKCON's activities are spreading all over the world. In spite of our internal difficulties, the purpose and the mission of ISKCON is spreading. Why? Because of the concept of GBC as the ultimate managing authority. Meaning, what it means actually, it means a collective endeavor to manage. It's a collective effort to manage the institution. Now, see why it is so important to have this collective concept. One person, very powerful, maybe very influential, but if he deviates, then he will tend to, like say for example, a guru falls down. What will naturally happen? What actually happened in the past? Their disciples left with the gurus. Good number of their disciples left with the gurus. Now, if different gurus fell down, which actually happened in the past, then the institution would have become fragmented. This guru's group left, that guru's group left, and so forth. But because the concept of GBC, because the GBC was there, 25, 30 individuals collectively managing, no matter how powerful one is, he won't be able to stand up against these 25 people. So as a result, what happened? Those who deviated, those who fallen down, they had to leave. ISKCON remained. That is how ISKCON has been protected. And mind you, we need an institution to effectively spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Without an institution, the continuity won't happen. And to organize or to keep the integrity or the unity of the institution, two factors are essential. The head of the institution and this concept of collective management. Although Srila Prabhupada did not himself so emphatically say that, but in course of time we are realizing the importance of recognizing Srila Prabhupada as the head of the institution of ISKCON for all time. Srila Prabhupada will always remain the head of the institution. And that is the meaning of the founder Acharya. No one will contest that Prabhupada is the founder. But what we have to recognize is that Srila Prabhupada is the Acharya of ISKCON. He is the Acharya of ISKCON. Now let us consider, actually I don't want to speak so much, but still. So let us consider, if Srila Prabhupada handed over the institution to one individual or somebody, even a collective individuals, and if they had spiritual difficulties, what would have happened to the institution? That's what actually happened in Gaudiya Math. They appointed an Acharya. One group considered that how can a spiritual organization run without a spiritual head? Now they appointed an Acharya as opposed to the GBC. And when the Acharya fell down, the structure collapsed. Now Srila Prabhupada actually, therefore, to some extent Prabhupada was emphatic about that, about his role as the founder Acharya. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's followers, disciples, could not recognize the importance of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur to remain the permanent head of the institution. Then Gaudiya Math would have been perfectly all right. Then there was no need for appointing another Acharya. He would have been the Acharya. And things would have continued just as it is continuing in ISKCON. But through their mistake we learned. And today we are seeing that because Srila Prabhupada is seen or recognized as the Acharya of the institution, although there may have been difficulties with leaders and in other individuals, but the organization remained intact. So these are the two very, very important considerations. Prabhupada's position as a founder Acharya and the GBC as the collective body of qualified individuals, qualified devotees to maintain the institution as its ultimate managing authority. You all are intelligent, thoughtful people, so I'm just presenting it to you so that you recognize and continue the mission in this way. Like personally, I feel that frank discussions eventually is beneficial. And after all, we are not, anyway, as I said, like you all are grown-up, educated, intelligent individuals. So please recognize these points. Recognize the importance of ISKCON. Recognize the importance of having this permanent head of the institution as the founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, and the concept of collective management. Like today, those who are GBCs, they are not going to be here forever. You all have to, many of you have to come forward and take up that role of the GBCs. Lead this movement. And in this way, let's carry on. And with the passing of time, Srila Prabhupada's position is becoming more and more clear. One thing we are seeing that Srila Prabhupada is being worshipped in every single temple of ISKCON by everybody every day. And Srila Prabhupada will continue to be worshipped in this way in every temple by everybody every day. So what does this signify? Doesn't it signify that Prabhupada is the Acharya, the Guru of the institution? And that is how this institution will effectively continue to spread Krishna consciousness generation after generation. Thank you all very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, everyone take flowers to offer to Srila Prabhupada. Pushpanjali means, Anjali means folded hands. And Pushpa means flower. So with flower we are going to worship Srila Prabhupada. And we'll make 3 offerings. So the flowers that you take, keep it for 3 offerings. Did everyone get the flowers? Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitang Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishthang Sthapitang Yena Bhutale स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुता पदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। एषा पुष्पांजलि श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। एषा पुष्पांजलि श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve. Gauravani Pracharini. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. Paschata Deshatarine. Esha Pushpanjali. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Let somebody lead the kirtan. I'll. Okay.
Samsaradava Melanidaloka Pranaya Karunya Ganaganatvam Samsara Melanidaloka Pranaya Karunya Ganaganatvam Praptasya Kalyana Gunarnavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Praptasya Kalyana Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Mahaprabhu ki Tananirtya Gita Vaditra Madhyan Manasura-sena Mahaprabhu ki Tananirtya Gita Vaditra Madhyan Manasura-sena Romanjakamba Srutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Romanjakamba Srutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam 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 Shri Vigrahara Dhana Nitya Nana Sringaratanma Diramarjanadho Shri Vigrahara Dhana Nitya Nana Sringaratanma Diramarjanadho Yuktasya Bhaktam Shaniyunchatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Yuktasya Bhaktam Shaniyunchatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Chadurvida Shri Bhagavat Prasado Sadhana Triptam Haribhakta Sangha Chadurvida Shri Bhagavat Prasado Sadhana Triptam Haribhakta प्रदक्षिणा साधनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्द एतैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दम् वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दम् वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नां श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नां प्रदक्षिणा स्वाधनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं प्रदक्षिणा वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं 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 साक्षाद्धरित्रेण समस्तशास्त्रे युक्तं सदा अदयेव सद्धि साक्षाद्धरित्रेण समस्तशास्त्रे युक्ता सदा अदयेव सद्धि किन्तु प्रभूया प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं किन्तु प्रभूया प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादात् नगदी कुडोपि यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादात् नगदी कुडोपि ध्यायां स्तुवं तस्य यशास्त्रे सन्ध्या वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं ध्यायां स्तुवं तस्य यशास्त्रे सन्ध्या वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं 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 नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्ति वेदान्त स्वामी निधि नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्ति वेदान्त स्वामी निधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय गौरा निताय 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 जय पंचतत्व 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 गौर प्रेमा श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे